he's got all that. And so you drop him in this situation, which has no coaches with job security issues. So they're just doing what makes sense. They're just making logical, smart decisions. And a bunch of good players in the huddle and no expectations going into it. And poof, here we are.
The Vikings pulled off a huge victory, although they did try to blow it.
The Minnesota Vikings have defeated the Green Bay Packers 31-29 to improve to 4-0.
But at the end of the day, they are now 4-0, something that nobody expected, to say the least. Right before halftime,
Jaylen Nabers back to return the punt after Brandon Powell got shaken up.
Jaylen Nabers tried to field a punt with his hands over his head, and he muffed it. It was literally the only thing you couldn't do in that situation. And from there, the momentum shifted in favor of the Packers, and slowly but surely, they got back in the game. So the Vikings do still have a lot to clean up, but it's always better to clean things up when you're 4-0, as opposed to what could have happened if they blew the game. And in this video, I'm going to recap the win. I'm going to talk about what this win means in terms of the outlook of the rest of the season, and also any news going on with this team. But before I begin, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. We're on the road to 40k subscribers, and with your support, I believe we can get there super fast. Alright, so I know the second half kinda killed the vibe, but we can't forget about how hot Minnesota started out. They pulled off an exciting, yet nerve-wracking 31-29 victory over the Green Bay Packers, improving their record to 4-0. They started out strong, jumping to a 28-7 halftime lead, but like I said, the game shifted just before half when Jaylen Nabers muffed that punt, giving the Packers momentum. From there, Green Bay slowly chipped away, scoring 22 points in the final quarter and nearly completing the comeback. Despite the close finish though, the Vikings stayed undefeated. But the game most definitely highlighted areas in need of improvement. The offense really was dominant in the first half, with Sam Darnold throwing 3 touchdown passes, including a 14-yard strike to Justin Jefferson and a 29-yard touchdown to Jordan Addison. Addison added a rushing touchdown, helping the Vikings build a 28-7 lead by halftime. However, the offense stalled in the second half, managing only a field goal, while Jordan Love led the Packers back into the game with 4 touchdowns, including a 42-yard score to Jayden Reed. Even though the Packers mounted a late surge, the Vikings defense held strong enough to secure the win. But going back to Sam Darnold, he was highly efficient, completing 20 of 28 passes for 275 yards, 3 touchdowns, and just 1 interception, finishing with a passer rating of 123.4. On the ground, the Vikings ran for 120 yards with Aron Jones leading the way with 93 yards. While Jones didn't find the end zone, his work helped maintain balance in the Vikings offense. On the Packers side, Jordan Love threw for 389 yards and 4 touchdowns, but was picked off 3 times, which proved to be costly. Jayden Reed led the Packers receiving corps with a breakout performance, totaling 139 yards and a touchdown on 7 catches. Darnold has been a revelation this season, proving to be more than just a temporary solution. His performance against the Packers further solidified his place as a key factor in Minnesota's 4-0 start. After bouncing between teams in recent years, Darnold's resurgence in Minnesota has been unexpected but impressive. He displayed poise and efficiency, making smart throws and capitalizing on the team's offensive weapons like Jefferson and Addison. His command on the offense and ability to hit his targets in stride have allowed Minnesota to build early leads and maintain control of games. Despite some second half struggles, Darnold's leadership has been instrumental to the team's success. Here's what he had to say in the post-game interview.
Would have loved to, have a little bit better second half, third quarter especially. But the way that we were able to finish that out, with that long drive.
Aron Jones has also been a key addition to the Vikings offense, seamlessly filling the void once held by Dalvin Cook. In the win over the Packers, Jones rushed for 93 yards on 22 carries, playing 82% of the offensive snaps and handling 26 touches. His performance earned him a PFF grade of 73.2, reflecting his solid contributions as both a runner and receiver. The offensive line has played a big role in Jones' productivity, consistently creating running lanes and providing strong pass protection. Their ability to block effectively has allowed Jones to gain yards after contact and keep drives alive, giving the Vikings a balanced, dynamic attack. Defensively, the Vikings have been opportunistic, consistently making big plays and generating turnovers. Against the Packers, they forced 4 takeaways, continuing a trend that has been a key to their 4-0 start. Comer Grugier-Hill was a standout, sorry if I mispronounced his name, recording an interception for the 2nd consecutive game and earning the highest defensive PFF grade at 83.8. His emergence in Ivan Pace Jr.'s absence has provided valuable depth at linebacker. Byron Murphy Jr. also contributed with an interception and a forced fumble, despite some early struggles in coverage this season. Despite some earlier struggles in coverage this season, the Vikings secondary has been active in creating turnovers, which has played a vital role in close games. Over the course of the season, the Vikings defense has been resilient, even when allowing big plays. They've consistently generated turnovers and made key stops, ranking among the league leaders in takeaways. Defensive lineman Jonathan Ballard and veteran cornerback Stephon Gilmore have provided steady performances, adding experience and reliability to the unit. While Andrew Van Ginkel did struggle a little bit against the Packers, missing several tackles, the Vikings defense has generally been disruptive, helping Minnesota maintain their unbeaten start. The Vikings' 31-29 victory over the Packers could prove to be a turning point in the NFC North race. By improving to 4-0 and handing Green Bay a crucial loss, Minnesota gained an early tiebreaker advantage and created separation in the standings. Division wins are always crucial, but this one could be particularly important as the race tightens later in the season. The head-to-head victory over Green Bay. This victory could be the difference between securing the division title or competing for a wild card spot. Anyways, looking ahead, the Vikings will face the New York Jets next week, a team that has been struggling this season but still poses a challenge. The key for Minnesota will be carrying this momentum over while addressing lingering issues, particularly their second half struggles. With Sam Darnold playing at a high level and the defense generating turnovers, the Vikings have a strong chance to extend their undefeated streak, but they can't afford to let teams back into games like they did against Green Bay. And as the season progresses, the Vikings have a favorable outlook. With divisional wins under their belt and an offense firing on all cylinders, they are well positioned to compete for the NFC North crown. The key will be maintaining consistency, staying healthy, and continuing to develop young players like Jordan Addison. If they can achieve that, this victory over Green Bay will be remembered as a pivotal moment in their playoff push. That's all I got for this video. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point, and if you enjoyed it and haven't yet, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe, because your support truly does mean the world. And also, let me know what you would like to see next, and until then, I will see you all later.
Alright, tough place to come win. Really loved the start we got off to. Knew it was going to be more than likely a 4-quarter game. Give Matt and his team a lot of credit for taking advantage of some mistakes by us. But ultimately, proud of our guys for finishing that off the way we did. Won the turnover battle, even though we had, one for sure that should have been avoidable. And then ultimately just did enough there offensively in the second half to make some plays to get some points and at least make it a 2-possession game. And a lot of things still to clean up. Starts with me. We'll make sure we're keeping on refining this football team, but make no mistake about it, I got a lot of confidence in the guys in the locker room. I got a lot of confidence in our coaching staff.